I'm not sure how many of us feel the same way, but as for me, every time we were crossing over to the next year, even when I was young, I always had this excitement, so much excitement that it was a burning desire that on that particular moment of crossing over, I had so much hope for the next year, for the following year, that it's going to be better, it's going to be bigger, that I want to achieve every target. I want to make it happen for myself. I want to make it happen for my life. I just want the next year to be that year. Well, that's typically me every time we're crossing over to the following year. But you see, along that journey of that particular year, the journey kind of gets tougher. Obstacles start coming in the way, the paths become more sharp, and in a way we lose focus. I lose focus personally, and that same fire, that same split of second that gave me the excitement that I had on that particular day of crossing over just vanishes. And that's how most of our years actually end up becoming just another year whereby we hoped to achieve our goals, but we really never hit that target. We really never took the initiative. Welcome to today's episode and happy new year, happy 2021. I just hope and pray that you who is watching today, may God bless you abundantly, and may your year be full of prosperity, full of every fulfillment. But today I just want us to talk, and even as the topic suggests, is it too late? Now, many of you are wondering, is it too late for what? I just want to talk about, is it too late? Now, maybe you're seated down there and you haven't yet set your goals for the new year. Or maybe you're wondering, okay, what if I set my goals and I don't achieve it? Or maybe you're always in the same situation as mine. You have your goals, you have your burning fire, you have your hopeful desires, but at the end of it all, along the way, it just gets harder and you just decide, let me just flow with days and times as it goes by. But let us just talk. What does it really mean to set a goal? What does it really mean to make a year your purpose, or make your year as you proclaim it to be? Now, let us be honest. An old man once told me, and this is reality. An old man once told me that if you keep on talking about something, it has to become your reality. But you see, the main reason is we have so many individuals talking about, I want to be successful, I want to be the next, I want to be the top, I want to own this and that. But coming down to talking and proclaiming with our own tongues, see, we're always reminded, even to us who read the Bible, is the Bible reminds us that faith without action is dead. And so for us to put our words into reality, we need to put action. And this brings me to my first point, clarity. We need to, first of all, be clear about what we want, why we want, and when we want it. And I'll speak from a personal point of view. See, sometimes I find it easy to know what do I want and why do I want it. But you see, when I look at the want in itself, I have to ask myself, or I always find myself in delay. And it's not like I'm not going to get it, but there's always a certain form of delay because I'm not answering the question when. Now, you have a target of owning a house, for example. So you know why you want to own a house and you already know what you want, that's a house. But when do you really need that house? That's a question that I think we're always forgetting to put it when we're writing down our goals, because it has to be clear: the why, the what, and the when. In simple terms, don't just put a lot of goals in one piece of basket and expect to cultivate each one of them successfully. There's always a notion of jack of all trades, but let us be honest. Now, imagine yourself jumping from number 1 to 10 without going through a process of number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, wouldn't that be suspicious? Well, many of us have been raised in a notion of there's always a shortcut to everything. But when it comes to life and its success, in as much as you can jump, you'll always have to go back and finish the whole process. And this is something that even you can take time and do your own research. But imagine yourself going through 1, 2, 3, 4 in life. Now that's better, right? Now let's come back to pace, which brings me to the second point in setting our goals. We need to understand that we all have different paces, different speeds to achieve a certain type of goal. Remember back in school when we were all studying, there were fast learners, slow learners. Now, depending on where you are, that's typically life. If maybe you haven't yet noticed, is that life, there are fast paces and there are slow paces. But at the end of it all, if you master your pace, it doesn't matter. And that's why we always say, whether you become successful at 20, successful at 30, more successful at 40, and more successful back at 20 years old, it really doesn't matter. Let me be honest, it doesn't matter, but the problem is it matters because imagine you sitting down and watching your colleagues escalate higher than you, then it loses and it shuts down the whole system of you, right? Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a good speed. And the people who move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very speedily. Then there's you who moves at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I always believe that a slow pace makes a better establishment in life. Let me be honest. According to my own research and feeling, I do not know, it couldn't be the truth, but according to my own point of view, slow paces build the best establishment. See, taking life one step at a time, achieving your goals one at a time, slow by slow. It actually helps you as an individual to sort of understand in this type of goal, maybe it's starting a particular set of business. I understand that I can make profit during this time of the month or during this time of the week. I make more profit because I engage with my clients well, or I make more profit because I sort of have the best ads, or I run my business successfully because I work with the best and engage very well with my best team. See, you recognizing all these factors in a slow pace makes you understand and build a sort of establishment that even you as your own boss, when you one day decide, let me just step out for a minute and watch my establishment grow, you'll find it that the establishment created by you runs on its own. I don't know, but I feel like that's the best way of becoming a billionaire, or maybe read a lot of billionaires' book and do a lot of research on billionaires. But I'm just sharing my own point of view. Point number 3 on is it too late is you need to understand your potential. Tap into your potential. Wow, let me be honest. Tapping into our own potentials is the hardest thing ever. Now you might be looking at me and wondering, okay, how is it hard? Tapping into a potential is so hard, but it only takes a single step for us to sort of tap into potential. Now, many people usually use this example, and I don't know why they usually use it. They tell us the reason why you don't quit your 8-to-5 job is because you're afraid to lose your financial freedom. But I'll not use that example. But let us go back to each one of us who has different types of talents. Maybe you're talented in drawing, but the main reason why you're not tapping into your art as a drawing artist is very simple. Is you're afraid of, one, when I draw, will people love what I did? You're seeking affirmation from people who might not know you. Number two, if I decide to sell my art, will it sell? Self-doubt is killing you. And three, am I really an artist? You're simply procrastinating. And that's why it's so hard for us to tap into our potentials. Bringing success to you. Remember that success breeds success. But even as I'm finishing, there's a difference between having success in terms of ownership and self-fulfillment. How happy are you? How content are you? And how fulfilled are you? There's a notion that always goes around, is that even the rich cry. And it's true. But also the world will always want to believe that because you're rich, you're wealthy, you own a particular set of business, you own or you are seated on a particular high table in society, people expect you to be fine. And that pressurizes you to become better. But again, is it too late to have a fulfilled life? Is it too late to dream? Is it too late to help? 2021, to many of us, is a year that we're looking forward to make a difference, to win what we lost in 2020, to cultivate and harvest what we didn't in 2020, to gain back our freedom. But remember one thing, when you're doing all this, remember yourself. And it's not too late to own a house. It's not too late to become rich. It's not too late to start a new journey. It's not too late to become the better version of yourself. My name is Roland Omoto, and if you've reached to this point, thank you so much. Your view means so much to me. So remember to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and may God bless you abundantly. I wish you a happy new year, again a prosperous 2021. May God bless you, and see you in the next episode.